So today we have here at Auto Exponent 2020 and we have with us Manav Kapur, Executive Director Steelbird. Steelbird is into components as well. Lot more to come here from Manav Kapur. Manav, so we have heard about the helmet section. What else do we have here to offer?
Okay, just to give you a brief understanding about Steelbird. So, yes, helmets is one of our leading products, but Steelbird was founded in '64 with filters being the first product. But we do filters, we do rubber components, and we've been supplying to OEMs, aftermarket, and recently we got into tires as well.
Tell us a bit more about filters.
So basically, what we do is we make air, oil, fuel filters for all of automotive applications, and we're working with all major OEMs as well. And we're working with like Royal Enfield was the first customer what we had as an OEM customer back in '60s, and we still have them on board. So that's the kind of relationship we have with the OEMs. Then beyond that, we're also exporting to various countries. We've got customers in Europe, we've got customers in neighboring countries, in Latin America. So we've been in the filtration business for more than 50 years, and we've been going strong in that as well.
More than 50 years in the business. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, Motoring Trends is the one. Manav Kapur, are we offering anything new here?
So we've launched a lot of products this time. So what we launched is a high performance filter. So this market, there's no manufacturer in India as yet. So we're the first one to manufacture high performance filters in India. And earlier it was all imports from outside the country. And so this kind of filters are actually reusable filters. You can wash them and reuse them. So you don't have to throw away a filter once you're done with its life. And we've tested in our laboratories, and it gives the same performance after wash a new filter would give you.
Are we compromising on quality or price?
Price will be a little higher, but if you look at the value proposition, it makes a lot more sense, because on average a vehicle would use probably a filter every year, whereas this one you could use at least 10 times.
That recession going in the market. So what do you expect from the aftermarket or from the future market according to your products?
So in our category, what has happened is, yes, there's a significant amount of drop in the OEM side, but thankfully the aftermarket side is stable. So it's not growing very fast, but it's been stable. It's not degrowing either. So it's stable right now, and we see a lot of scope of this market.
Launching anything new in tires today?
Yes, we launched a new pattern in tires. That's the Fighter pattern, which is designed as per the Indian application. It's got a shock absorption kind of a design, and it's got a better grip as well.
So it's made in India?
It's made in India, designed in India, completely indigenous product.
So what else are we going to land in future? What are you stepping on in future? You got filters?
Filters and rubber components and tires. And what recently launched yesterday was the mass filter, with the N95 certification. Steelbird is known for safety as well. So we can assure you that it's going to be a very safe filter for you.
So Steelbird has always been like a brand name in helmet. We all know about it. How come we are unaware about the component sector till now?
Sure. The reason behind that is because helmets is a component, as a product which is it's a consumer facing product actually. So consumers are aware of what he's buying. Whereas when it comes to filters or rubber components, you don't really know what's inside your vehicle. So it's more on it's a segment which is more understood by the industry veterans and by the mechanics.
What was your expectation from the budget?
Well, it was overall, in general, it was a fine budget because there was some reduction in personal taxation. But the industry was expecting something more than this, because auto industry, as we all know, is going through a very tough time, probably the worst in the last 20-30 years. So, and the auto industry has been always a big part of the GDP of the country. So auto component itself is around 24% of the India's manufacturing GDP, and all auto put together is 49% of India's manufacturing GDP.
But you're still keeping your fingers crossed that the market's gonna be better for the component sector.
Hopefully it should get better in few months, but with the BS6 kicking in next 2 months. So it's going to be another tough period for next 2-3 months, because a lot of companies are still struggling with the BS6 norms. Some of them have already got through it, but there's a cost impact as well. It's going to be an impact on the overall auto industry, because if a vehicle sales goes down because of the higher pricing of BS6 or whatever reasons, then for the OEM segment, the entire sales comes down.
Now you know where the filter of your car or of your two-wheelers comes from. Steelbird, my friend. See you later.